Et salut à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien, c'est Aaron 999. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour une nouvelle vidéo, oui, donc la suite de Batman, donc Telltale, oui, donc, Batman saison 1 de fait par Telltale, très exactement, voilà, on s'est mieux dit. Donc voilà, j'avais sorti du coup le premier épisode entre guillemets en trois parties de vidéo. Là, je sais pas combien de temps je vais mettre pour faire ce second épisode, mais j'ai compté quand même, j'ai mis à peu près pour le premier épisode en comptant le temps de vidéo, j'ai compté à peu près pratiquement 2 heures d'épisode pour rien que le 1. Donc voilà, on verra bien ce que ça va donner. Donc là, je vais lancer l'épisode 2. Donc voilà, au cas où si j'arrive pas à finir l'épisode en moins d'une heure, il y aura une partie 2 sur l'épisode. Voilà, c'est dit au cas où s'il y a une coupure soudaine. Voilà, il y aura une partie 2. Donc en tout cas, j'espère que ce gameplay vous plaira. C'est vrai que c'est plutôt parti pour un let's play au final, entre guillemets, puisque je suis en train de faire tout en vidéo. Donc on pourrait potentiellement par la suite appeler ça un let's play, mais bon, vu que je suis parti pour mon gameplay, voilà, on va laisser gameplay, mais bon, ce sera un peu comme un gameplay let's play entre guillemets. Et voyez, pour ce qui est de ce jeu, donc ça c'est un jeu que je vous ai parlé la dernière fois, donc profitez-en, il est en réduction. Je vous en ai parlé lors de ma première vidéo. Je sais plus si c'était, enfin dans l'une de mes trois parties de vidéo, j'avais parlé de ce jeu justement, The Wolf Among Us. Avec 5 épisodes disponibles, forcément, comme dans la plupart des jeux Telltale, ils font les jeux en 5 chapitres, c'est ça que j'aime bien. Voilà, et il est en réduction jusqu'au début du mois prochain, donc les gars, profitez-en un maximum. Il est à moins de 4 € alors que de base il est à, si je me souviens bien, 14,99, donc 15 €. Donc profitez-y, allez-y, foncez. C'est pour ceux qui aiment les jeux Telltale et qui n'auraient pas celui-là ou qui ne le connaissent pas, foncez, allez-y. Je vous garantis que vous ne raterez, comment dire, vous allez rater un truc sinon. Même moi je l'ai acheté et je l'ai installé, mais j'y jouerai après avoir fini les 2 saisons de Batman. Voilà, voilà. Donc sur ce, lâchez un maximum de pouces bleus. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner à la chaîne si ce n'est pas déjà fait. N'hésitez pas à mettre un maximum de commentaires aussi pour me soutenir sur mes vidéos. Voilà. Et sur ce, je vous laisse dans cet épisode de Tchuss.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. Bye, Bat.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Christ almighty! It's the Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Donc là je précise juste, c'était un peu pour remémorer le premier épisode. Donc voilà. Cette série de jeux s'adapte aux choix que vous faites, l'histoire est déterminée par votre façon de jouer. Donc en fait on peut avoir plusieurs choix, surtout certains choix qui déterminent le changement du cours du jeu. Et dans les jeux Telltale c'est comme ça que ça marche. En fonction des choix que tu fais, bah les choses vont se passer différemment sur le jeu, surtout certains gros choix qui vont vraiment, comment vous dire, qui vont vraiment être très néfastes pour le jeu. Donc voilà, il faut vraiment faire de très bons choix. Donc, voilà. Donc surtout quand vous jouez un jeu comme les jeux Telltale, faites gaffe aux choix que vous faites, c'est très important. Voilà, c'est une petite parenthèse. Et en fin d'épisode, on vous montre ce qui va se passer entre guillemets vite fait un peu au prochain épisode, et au prochain épisode on vous montre ce qui s'est passé précédemment pour vous rappeler un peu ce que vous avez fait. Voilà.
I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
People are throwing stones at my family, Alfred. I need to understand why.
It's my family too. Don't forget that. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
You kept their secrets for them.
I'm trying to help you understand.
Then try harder!
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again. This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked. He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I can't picture him as a criminal. Not the kind I deal with.
In that moment, he was simply your father.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me. I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce. Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, "You don't have to do this." And the gun fires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Stay back! Bruce, stay back!
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal, just business. They told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this. Don't walk away. This man was straight.
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Look, I get that, Harv, okay? And it means a lot to me.
I know it does, Bruce. It doesn't make it any easier. The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support, but I should at least know what I'm getting myself into.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, well, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
I gave him some evidence against Falcone.
More like a catalog of his entire criminal empire. It's a case that'll put Falcone away for life.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We're keeping Falcone in the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
Whoever he is behind the mask, Batman's a hero to me.
Yeah, it's great to know he's out there watching over the city.
All right, Falcone's inside. Say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
The hell? Bruce Wayne? You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. Just like every other time they tried to put me away.
You look like you tangled with the wrong guy.
Sure, this is nothing. You should have seen me before I became boss. I'd show up all beat to hell. Your father would sew me back together. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins. Going back decades.
Until you sent Joe Chill to kill him.
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to your dense party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh? 40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story. How much of your parents do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?
I need you coherent, or you would be gone already.
Oh, there it is. That Wayne streak. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. I think you got more of her in you, tell the truth. Yeah. There's a kindness in you.
Well, I wouldn't know. You took her from me when I was 9 years old.
What, you really think I hired Joe? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that.
They're waiting for you in hell! The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out! Go! Go!
We are in deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
Just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and we're investigating. The usual.
Slow down, Harvey. We need the facts first.
The simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine. Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood. Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never, never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I should've, they were a million miles away.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
I don't think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Cobblepot said something similar.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce! What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
Sorry, Vicky, I can't talk to the press.
Your lips are moving. Words are coming out.
You know what I mean.
Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Didn't you hear me? I said no comment.
Don't be like that, Bruce. Talk to me. Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
You're fishing. You don't have anything. Now if you'll excuse me.
You should talk to me, Bruce. This is coming out whether you stonewall me or not.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself, or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scanned on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds. The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control. This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses. Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you? Oh.
Considering the amount they stole from Falcone, they could build a small army of remorseless assassins.
The thought is chilling. Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Find her now! Send a strong message. Bring me her head! There you go. You'll be alright. Alright.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Come on, I know there's gotta be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer alone.
If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me.
Your boss won't be doing much of anything! Ever again.
You lot, come check out his office.
Where is...
I don't know! Please!
Name, right? You can help me.
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
You used an innocent cop to do your dirty work. I know how you've been using the drugs you stole at the docks. Where are they?
Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Pounded him into a pulp on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
Falcone had it coming, but that doesn't mean you're off the hook.
There we go. That wasn't so hard to admit, was it? Must be a relief to get that stick out of your ass every now and then. As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you? What does Bruce Wayne have to do with this?
Pretty Boy's got himself a fat bank account, thanks to his parents. Only problem is, they took that money from people that couldn't fight back. Here's the thing, I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal, she didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch, I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Oh, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Gonna have to try harder than this.
Alfred, track down Selina Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Is that Bruce Wayne? You really think he'd show up here? Did you hear?
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar. Flash money like that in here, you better be ready to fight. I got customers who knife a man for less.
Selina Kyle. Where is she?
Hey,
Don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. Cops take all your fancy clothes? Are you trying to lay low? Of course, you're not really the low-lying type.
Buy you a drink?
How about a few? It ain't like you're short on cash.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
You didn't seem to mind the company. Whatever.
Selina, I need to tell you something important.
Better be an apology. You were supposed to take care of our mutual problem. Instead, you just pissed him off.
Well, I've met a couple of his goons myself. Your client isn't one for subtlety. The man who hired you, his name is Oswald Cobblepot.
Never heard of him.
He goes by Penguin.
Penguin? Shit. Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. You should have just killed me on that rooftop. I'm dead anyway. When you screw someone over, you really screw them. The Penguin.
Penguin can't take on both of us, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He's a big deal across the pond. He's more dangerous than you think.
I grew up with Oz. He's the first real friend I ever had.
I'm not surprised. Questionable morals and a penchant for theatrics. You two have a lot in common. The question is, why Gotham? Why now? It's not like he's hurting for crime syndicates abroad. Why leave that?
He stole mind-altering chemicals from Falcone.
Drugs aren't really Penguin's MO.
Well, maybe he's branching out.
Well, I'm not sticking around here to find out.
Oswald, Penguin is about to unleash God knows what on the city. You can't just leave.
A good reason not to be here when he does. You want to stay? That's your choice.
I need you, Selina.
That right?
If Penguin is as deadly as you say, I need all the help I can get.
Bruce, sweetie, the gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us, working together? After all, I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl. Harvey knows that.
You and Harvey, it's pretty clear you aren't just friends.
Please, I'm just toying with him. I only take my claws out for someone special. You and I...
Please, don't wreck my bar.
Well, Bruce, you were right.
Selina Kyle, Penguin says hello. Beat it. We're here for her. If you care about your own skin, you'll get the hell out.
yet. I think they want more.
Then let's give it to him.
You fight pretty good. For such a pretty boy. Come on, this way.
Quick, check the alleyway!
You see anything?
Negative. Let's check the other side.
Are we alone?
Yeah, we're alone. Move. We should go.
I'll take the rooftops. You take the alley.
Wait. When will I see you again?
When you least expect it. You shouldn't trust me, you know.
Alfred, I'm uploading the contents of a smartphone to the back computer. Check to see if there's anything on the phone we can use.
Processing it now. Is everything all right? There are quite a few police cars convening on your location.
It's fine. Has the back computer found anything yet?
Bruce, there are a number of messages here. All from Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill?
The last voicemail is his. Listen to this.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same.
This is very shady indeed. Whatever they're talking about, it doesn't sound good.
Hill is setting me up. Penguin's gonna take a shot at me. If Hill's talking to Penguin, he must know something. It's time I paid him a visit.
I agree. The mayor must have answers, but if I may offer a word of advice. People look up to Batman after how you handled Falcone. Terrorizing the mayor could damage that goodwill. Then again, Batman's methods would certainly get him talking immediately. Bruce would have to depend on his guile to loosen Hill's lips.
Going as Batman is the sure bet.
Batman has the public trust after taking down Falcone. Try not to throw it away by going overboard on Hill. Battering the mayor is not a good option.
I got it, Alfred. The city will thank me later if Hill tells me Penguin's plans.
Deborah, you incompetent! Dent's up in the polls. I need to crucify him in the debate or we can kiss re-election and your job goodbye. You'd better be back here in the next 15 minutes or I'm cutting your pay. Who's there? Deborah? Deborah? Was that you?
Ouais, tout le monde. Du coup, ouais, il y a eu une petite pause là entre guillemets, car bah du coup j'ai dû mettre à charger la manette puisqu'elle avait plus de batterie. C'est pour ça que j'ai mis en pause le jeu pendant quelques instants. Donc du coup le jeu je vais le faire le chapitre 2 je vais le faire en 2 parties puisque bon là ça fait quand même un bon moment que je tourne la vidéo, que je l'ai lancé. Donc voilà, j'espère que en tout cas cette première partie du chapitre 2 de Batman saison 1 Telltale vous aura plu. Moi perso ça m'a vraiment plu, j'ai beaucoup apprécié le gameplay. Vous me direz dans les commentaires les choix que vous auriez fait, ou est-ce que vous êtes d'accord avec les choix que j'ai fait. Donc par exemple surtout à la fin avec la femme, quand j'avais le choix de l'embrasser ou pas et que moi j'ai préféré plutôt reculer, parce qu'entre guillemets, même si elle fait semblant avec le potentiel prochain maire, le prochain maire c'est un peu comme un collègue, un ami, un truc comme ça. Donc voilà, moi je me dis, on va pas commencer à toucher à la femme du collègue, tu vois ce que je veux dire. Voilà. Alors vous me direz ce que vous en pensez dans les commentaires. Et voilà, encore une fois, n'hésitez pas à mettre un maximum de pouces bleus. Abonnez-vous si c'est pas déjà fait. Et je vous dis à la prochaine pour la partie 2 du chapitre 2, bien évidemment. Tchuss.